Hello everybody, it's Chef Rob. Happy spring. We are going to make some tea sandwiches for spring. These are really light, very creative, a lot of different flavors going on. One of the tea sandwiches we're going to make is a turkey, Gouda, and apple tea sandwich. Another one is a roast beef and horseradish sandwich. Okay, on rye. The other one we have is a cucumber and dill with some lemon zest in it and lemon juice, and that one is really good. And then our last one will be a curried chicken salad with walnuts and apples and dried cranberries in it. So like I said, very tasty. Tea sandwiches, supposed to be small, bite size, one, maybe 2 bites at the most. I've done tea sandwiches in a lot of the libraries before, and if you know me, I give you more than you, not more than you want, but I give you a lot. I overstuff them. So, but at home, make the tea sandwiches small so you could try all of them. So let's get started. So our first tea sandwich that we're going to do is the turkey, the Gouda, and the apple. Okay, it has a cranberry mayonnaise on it. It's really delicious. These recipes should be right on this website here and at your local library whenever we do open up again. Okay, so you can watch this over and over, this video, and make the sandwiches along with me. Okay, so you're going to take about 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, and I'm actually putting it into a food processor that is it's called the Ninja. And what you want to do, it has a very sharp blade on it. Okay, so you want to be really careful with that. Wash that one by hand. Okay, and always keep it inside there, that way you do not get cut. Then a little cover goes on it just like that. Put the top on and you just tap it a few times and that is it. So to start making the sauce for this tea sandwich, I'm going to add in the mayonnaise. Like I said, it's about 1/3 cup. This you can get several sandwiches out of it. You could probably get about 8 to 10 sandwiches out of it. Depends how hearty you want them. And then about a tablespoon of the whole cranberry sauce. This is the canned cranberry sauce that has the whole berries in it. I happen to like a little more berry than I do the mayonnaise, so you can always add a little bit more if you like. It's really a taste bud thing if you like it. Okay. Just going to tap this. It almost becomes like a burgundy type of color. And that is it. Okay, so inside is all puree. The flavors are all blended together. Just going to put this on the side. Like I said, put this in a safe spot somewhere out of the way that you're not going to get cut. If any of the sauce went against the wall in here, just kind of mix that all in together, and that's the way it should look. Okay. All these recipes, I pretty much have what type of bread to use on it, but of course it's whatever bread you have in the house or that you like for if you're having a party or for Mother's Day, anything like that. Okay. So this one I'm using some white bread. This is a fresh roasted turkey that I just roasted the other day. Okay, so I'm going to be using that. Nothing like fresh roasted, better than the deli roast turkey. Put that on the sandwich here. The other side of the sandwich, what I want to do is spread some of this flavorful sauce. Just like that. You can use spinach leaves or the spring mix. Right now, when you go to the supermarkets, it's a little shop down, so use whatever you like. I'm using the spring mix for this one. I'm going to build everything on the one side of the sandwich. That way you don't have apples over here and the spinach over here. Okay. I'm going to put on some Gouda cheese. One slice is perfect. And then I like the Honeycrisp apples. These are really, really delicious. So I am just going to slice this really thin because, again, tea sandwiches, very small, bite size. I'm actually, if you see the knife, I am cutting it so thin that I could actually just kind of fan this out just like that. Okay, you can see how thin it really is. So let me just spread this out on here. Like that. Now, tea sandwiches, a lot of times you take the crust off. Okay, some people, when I do it, they're like, oh, that's my favorite part. So it's whatever you prefer. I'm going to take this crust off. Use a good quality bread, whatever you're using, because you don't want it to be one of the cheaper breads with a lot of air through it. And then you cut this into quarters. And then we're going to make a really fancy plate. Okay, quarters. I have also done this where I would take this tea sandwich just like this and put it on a panini grill. Okay, so if you like it nice and warm with all these flavors, it's really good. You get the cheese melted, the turkey hot, and nice crisp bread. Okay. So I'm just going to start building our platter. Okay. So that's our first tea sandwich. Now we are going to go on and do our roast beef one. Really, really tasty. Now let's make our roast beef with our sour cream and horseradish sauce. Okay, I'm using rye bread for this. It goes really well with it. Again, I'm just making one sandwich here, but the recipe that you're going to have is going to make enough for probably about 6 sandwiches. Okay, which is nice for if you're having a family at home. Okay, using some deli sliced roast beef. You can use well, medium, rare, whatever you like. Spread that out nicely. Then I'm going to take some sour cream. You can use the full fat sour cream or the reduced fat. Okay, the fat-free sour cream, not really that good for this. Okay, different consistency. Okay, so when you're making this at home, you're going to use about a ½ cup for 6 sandwiches sour cream, and then about 1 tablespoon, 1½ tablespoons of the horseradish. It's not, I don't have too spicy of a horseradish. Okay. Just going to mix that in really well. Going to add just a little bit, pinch of kosher salt. Going to spread this on this sandwich here. You can always change it a little, add a little lettuce to this, spinach leaves, spring mix, roasted peppers, and caramelized onion be really good. Okay, I'm going to put on some freshly ground black pepper, a little bit. This one is a little more on the simpler side. Just so I can please my crowd, I'm going to leave some with the crust on, some with the crust off. That way you get everybody in the crowd. Okay, I'm going to cut this into quarters. When I serve these, I like to kind of put them all around so everybody gets to see all the different colors and different shapes, different tastes too. So that's what we have right now. So we have 2 more to make. Okay, so let's get started on those. Now we're going to make our lemony dill and cucumber tea sandwich. A lot of taste. I'm using the English cucumber. The English cucumber doesn't have too much of a waxy skin, so you can leave the skin on for this. Okay, a lot of times, make sure you wash this really well. Just cut these ends off. They say seedless, but they do have little baby seeds in there, but nothing worth, you don't have to take anything out. Again, tea sandwiches, very small. Cut these on the thinner side. just like that. Okay, I'm just going to leave this on the side right here. Right now, I'm going to take 4 ounces of cream cheese. Again, either the full fat or the reduced fat, not the fat-free. Okay. So the one I'm using is a reduced fat. Okay. I'm going to take about 2 tablespoons of fresh dill. Okay, you want to make sure you get those stems off. You don't have to do exactly it. Okay, dill has a very strong flavor to it. And I'm gonna just take this and I'm just gonna dice this up really small, give it a nice chop. I'm gonna have all my ingredients ready, so this way I can kind of make it all together. Really important when you are doing any type of cooking or baking, always have your ingredients out, the correct measurements, anything like that. Okay, so we have our dill there. Now I'm gonna use fresh lemon. I need the zest from it, from the full lemon, and then I also need the juice from it. To get the full juice, just kind of roll it with your hand. You could always put it in the microwave for about 5-10 seconds and it will loosen it up a little more. So let me get the zest off. This is called a microplane that I'm using. It is excellent for zesting lemons, limes, oranges, even grating cheese. This one here actually has a little rubber stopper on it, so that is really good. It gets it from where it wouldn't slip on you. Okay. Okay. Let's try and get all that yellow off. Try not to get too much into the white, okay, because that can give it a little bitter of a taste. Okay, and then just give it a little tap. And then what I want to do, take this, take the lemon just like that. Okay, alright, good. No seeds, that's what I like. I have my kosher salt and a little bit of black pepper right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to mix all these ingredients in with the cream cheese, and then we'll start assembling it. So here goes the lemon zest. Lemon juice, okay, and then about 2 tablespoons of the fresh dill. I'm just going to take my spoon, kind of mix this up. I took the cream cheese out earlier today, so that way it was at room temperature, makes it easier to spread. Okay, a lot of flavor on that. Perfect if you have a little smoked salmon. You can put a little smoked salmon on this dish as well. That's really good with the dill and the lemon and the cream cheese. Okay. I'm going to spread this on each side of the bread. Again, this would probably make about close to 6 to 8 sandwiches. This is going to taste really good. Okay. Just going to put a sprinkling kosher salt and just a little twist of black pepper. And now this is when the cucumber comes in. Let's layer this nicely. Like that. I still have plenty of cucumber for other sandwiches. Put that on here. Just going to use a different knife so I don't get dill all over the edges. Cut these crusts off of this one. This again, I'm using a good quality white bread. So hopefully you will use these recipes this spring and for Mother's Day. Okay, let's layer these up in here, just like that. Looks really nice with the cucumber kind of peeking out. Okay, we have one left, okay? We are going to do the curried apple salad now. We're now going to make our curried chicken salad for our tea sandwich with apples and cranberries and walnuts. I'm going to toast the walnuts first because you'll bring out that nutty flavor. You don't have to put them in if you can't have nuts. Okay, it's got that burner nice and warm. Just going to put these in here. I just want to give it maybe 3-4 minutes. I'll toss them around just like that. So I can do other things and just keep an eye on these. I want to keep rolling them around a little bit. Give it real good flavor. I'm using some poached chicken breast. You can use rotisserie chicken breast if you like. Either one would be fine. I'm going to cut this up pretty small. This you can get probably close to about 8 sandwiches out of this. I'm using a whole grain bread for this one. But as I've said, you can use whatever type of bread you like. Put that into a nice bowl there. Cut this up. When you're poaching chicken, just make sure you don't overcook it. Okay. You want to put it into boiling water, then let it just simmer until it comes out at 165, and then put it right in the refrigerator so it cools and it doesn't keep cooking on you. Now the chicken, I'm using about 1 cup. That's all I'm going to need for this. Chop that really small. Then I want to keep my eyes on these toasted walnuts, like that. Once they're done, I can just put them to the side. In the meantime, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put in some curry, using about 3/4 teaspoon of curry. You can always add a little more, but remember, you can't take it back out. Curry has a unique flavor. It's not for everybody, but a lot of people do like it. Putting in about 2/3 cup of mayonnaise. Now I'm going to put in some dried cranberries. Dried cranberries I'm putting in 2/3 cup too. This way it gives it a nice fruity flavor throughout. Keep an eye on these. Okay, once you can smell the nuts, you know they're just about done. Okay. Scallion, just need a little bit of scallion, almost about 1/2 tablespoon. Just give it a little onion flavor. I'm using most of the white part on this one. Just going to cut it down the middle and then chop it really small. That way you don't get too strong of an onion flavor. And then I'm going to dice up some Honeycrisp apple, using about 1/4 medium apple. These are done. So what I am going to do is just turn this burner off, put them into this little bowl right here, just leave them right on the side. Okay, let me dice up about 1/4 apple. I'm going to dice it really small. So I want to kind of cut it right down the middle like this. And I want to dice it so it goes throughout each bite. And we're going to mix this up, and we're going to add it and make our tea sandwich. Just going to make one of them for you, but you'll see I will have plenty left over. Okay. Sometimes what I actually like to do with this, I like to take some red grapes. I add it to this as well. You could also switch this out with almonds. Another different way to do that. I want to make sure I see a little bit of that curry, so I'm getting that curry flavor. So I feel like I should just put in just a dot more. Okay. Make sure it's mixed really well so you get all those ingredients tossed all around. Okay. You can just see this is going to have a lot of taste going through it. Okay. Let me make our tea sandwich. Just going to put on these gloves because I have a feeling this one's going to be a little on the messy side. I also don't want to forget, I want to put in the toasted walnuts. If you ever want to do this without a tea sandwich and you just want to do a salad like this, perfect. Okay, this I could actually just kind of take a nice handful, put it right here on this whole grain bread. Cut it. Take these off. Take that little crust off here. Makes really good for spring entertaining, these type of sandwiches, because everybody gets to try a little bit of everything. And then let's just quarter this. Okay. This one can be a little messy, so you don't really want to kind of turn it upside down. What you can do though is kind of press it down a little bit, kind of makes it a little glue and it'll kind of stick together like that. And it's nice just seeing those different colors coming out. Right there. And I'm just going to put one right to the side right here. So here we have some beautiful curried apple sandwiches, roast beef, tea sandwiches, cucumber, lemon, and dill. And then the first one we started with was the turkey and the Gouda and the honey crisp apple. I hope everybody will make these and serve it. I've done a recipe. It's a blueberry basil iced tea. Serve it with a nice cool iced tea with this. Perfect. Okay. Well, happy spring, happy Mother's Day, everybody.